And a good Monday, everybody. Welcome in. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. He is Big Joe Dubin. He is Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier. I am Chase McCabe. Brando back at the studio, Brandon Bigsby. And we are live today at Salvo's in Mount Juliet, right across the street from Green Hill High School, right here on Lebanon Pike. It is National Meatball Day. So naturally, we're here at Salvo's. Hope you're having a good day so far.
You can make your own joke for all that. But, yeah, we're excited to be here at Salvo's in Mount Juliet. 8 locations around Middle Tennessee. So National Meatball Day. Again, make your own jokes according to what you want to do. But come by and see us at Salvo's in Mount Juliet. We're here till 3 o'clock today, and we're looking forward to it. It's such a special day. NFL legal tampering has started. We had to bring out the man behind the glass, the one and only Dr. Crane.
It was a must. I appreciate it. Yeah, National Meatball Day. My nickname was Meatball, and I feel like it's a day of celebration for me in a roundabout
It should
way.
be, right?
Might as well. I feel like I'm at home, to be honest with you. This is like This is like my grandmother's house. Like smell of fresh food, pizza, meatballs, everything. I mean, that's all they have. They advertise cannolis. I'm a big cannoli guy.
It's like you've come home.
It's heaven on earth.
Welcome home. Yeah, and a big day today.
Indeed.
Deal's already happening, Chase.
Deals are already happening. The biggest one, Alec Pierce going to re-sign with the Colts. This broke right as the legal tampering period started. Now, he was already property of the Colts, so they can negotiate. They got a new deal done, 4-year, $116 million, $29 million a year. It's going to be basically what he's making. I'm good. I liked him for the Titans, but at $29 million, that's a little too rich for my blood. So he stays in Indianapolis, and then the reports are that the Colts are going to trade Michael Pittman to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. All right.
So a lot of movement going on already. Travis Kelce going to return for the 14th year to the Chiefs. And it looks like the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker III, is also going to sign with the Chiefs.
Reloading, man.
So
reloading. Watch out.
They are reloading. There is nothing out there so far about the two-tone blue. I guess they're not. I guess they're not going to be the two-tone blue anymore.
We'll discuss this in a little bit.
So a couple of things that have come through. Joseph Asai, defensive end, has reached a 3-year deal with the Jets. The Saints are signing John Ridgeway, defensive tackle.
Ridgeway.
Yeah, these are all minor moves right now. James Pierre, a cornerback, who I think I'd seen a few people link him to the Titans, going to the Vikings.
Okay. Then you have the Jalen Phillips news.
Jalen Phillips has signed with Panthers.
That's a big – Panthers loading up. That's a good deal for them. I mean, they're a few pieces away from being a major player, and that's good.
And then the Steelers are going to give Pittman a new 3-year, $59 million deal.
Okay. They need receivers.
Yeah.
Because Metcalf is a disaster.
Tight end Isaiah Likely is likely to sign with the Giants.
I knew it, man. Cal Shee had you at a 2-1 to get that joke going. That's terrible. All right, good.
Yep. So we have that.
So when do Titans fans start freaking out that now we're 2 hours? Oh,
hang on. Let me run through some of these.
All
right. This nobody saw coming. Nobody. Not one person saw this coming. Quarterback Malik Willis and the Miami Dolphins have reached a deal.
Are terms disclosed?
Hang on. This thing jumped around on me. It doesn't say yet.
3 years, $67.5 million going to Underdog.
Oh, wow.
That's atrocious.
So $22 million
Okay,
roughly?
so he's not getting 30 a year.
Well, you said
earlier.
Still
$22 million.
Well, they cut Tua Tagovailoa, and they owed him, $99 million?
Yeah, so get this. NFL memes on X put this out. The entire Miami Marlins payroll is $67 million. Tua's dead cap hit this year is $99 million.
Wow. I don't know why I'm laughing.
But
it's a lot, Mike.
I will say, to go ahead and just do it and eat it now, knowing that you're not going to be a good team, you might as well just do that.
Sure.
If you're Miami. So this says O.L. Simpson, offensive lineman Simpson, signs with Baltimore. It's not Homer or Bart. John Simpson has signed with the Baltimore Ravens. Jalen Phillips to Carolina. Laramie Tunsil gets a new contract from the Commanders, 2 years.
Why did the Texans let him go? I will never understand that.
I don't either. Cade Otton, the tight end from Tampa Bay, going back there. Let's see. I'm reading through some of them. I mean,
So
they're coming
nothing
in a lot
here.
now.
Pierce is the biggest one.
Draymond Jones, who was here last year and then got traded, is going to Daddy in New England. So he is signed with the Vrabes. The Vrabinator.
The Titans cut Russell Baker or Daryl Baker or
I don't know. Did
He's
they?
a free agent.
Free agent. They're not
Restricted free agent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Eric Stokes went to Georgia, I think, with his re-sign with the Raiders.
Don't know.
Almighty Zacchaeus.
Oh, man.
Almighty.
Here's some Titans news.
We
According to Mike Garafolo.
Do we need to hit the thing?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Whenever there that's what we're going to hit today.
Yeah.
Whenever there is Titans news.
I love that.
I love it. Well, according to Mike Garafolo, Mitchell Trubisky is to sign with the Tennessee Titans.
No.
So he's the backup. Interesting.
That was as of 1 minute ago.
Interesting.
Is there a Dable Trubisky connection? It's got to be. So.
Yeah.
Buffalo. Yeah. He was because he was the backup in Buffalo.
All right.
I don't hate that.
I mean, how does it say how much?
It does not.
Okay.
I will.
I don't mind it at all.
I don't hate that at all. So you know what that tells you? Will Levis. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We discussed it. I wouldn't bring it back anyway.
No.
Just cut him.
But I mean,
it's okay to cut
anybody that's on you got to keep Will Levis and see what happens. That's you're not bringing in Mitch Trubisky to fight for a backup spot.
Nope, you're not. Good call. I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
The Jets will sign veteran linebacker Demario Davis to a 2-year, $22 million deal with $15 million fully guaranteed. He was back. He goes back to the Saints, or no, he goes to the Jets. He was with the Saints. So there's that. Trubisky to the Titans, which we just said. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I don't hate that at all.
Not at all. I'll take that.
I mean, I know we all wanted Tyrod Taylor, but Trubisky as a backup has been pretty good, and he's had a couple of stints with Buffalo now. He knows the offense.
Can you get in if Ward goes out? Unlike Brandon Allen, can you give me an 8-9 play drive? Right? Can you keep the game flowing? Can you keep the game going? I think he can. Brandon Allen couldn't. Tyrod Taylor can. He knows the offense. We talked to Tim Hasselbeck about that being the coaching Cam's ear about, hey, what does he want to do in this play here? Trubisky knows. I like that signing. I think Dr. Crane agrees.
Indeed. I mean, if you think about it, when he was in Buffalo, he had a number one running back to help him out with all the issues of James Cook. And if, let's say, the Titans lean in the direction of a running back at number 4, to say it's Jeremiah Love, that's a good win-win situation.
That is, let's see. Dustin in Hopkinsville says, good move. Now free Levi's and watch someone develop him.
Well, it's going to happen. You already know. So go ahead and put that out there. You know, wherever Will Levis goes, he's going to be success. It's how it happens. Hell, Malik Willis is signing a 3-year, nearly $70 million contract today or Wednesday, whatever. It's going to happen. So that's how it happens here in Nashville.
The Falcons are going to be hanging with Mr. Hooper as Austin Hooper has signed a 1-year deal to go back to the Falcons.
You need new joke writers.
I need joke writers. There you go. There's Malik Willis in a Dolphins uniform.
Wow.
I'm going to say that I hope the kid balls out because I like him. I liked him at Liberty. I didn't have a problem with them taking him with a 3rd-round pick.
Right.
There was so much disarray here that, it wasn't going to work. But he's done well in Green Bay. I hope this works for him.
He only started 3 games in a row, right? That's the thing. When
$45 million fully guaranteed for him.
When he was at Auburn, he was terrible.
Yep.
Then he goes to Liberty, dropped down to competition a little bit, gets with Hugh Freeze, shows he can throw the ball. And he gets here, and he just doesn't do much. So whose fault was that? Vrabel's fault? Was that the development fault? I don't know. But anyway, I'm with you. Let him go.
Vrabel, after Art Smith, I mean, Tim Kelly, I think, was okay, but that was still a weird deal, and he had only 1 true year as an offensive coordinator here before that all got blown up.
Who was coordinator 21?
Todd Downing, I think. Or no.
21
19, yeah, 21.
So he was only here for 1 year?
Because that
Kelly?
Yeah, because remember they had Todd Downing. They brought Kelly in as senior offensive analyst or something like that. I know because I broke that, and I don't remember what the title was.
Well, I mean, Art left after the 20 season.
Yeah, because he went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. Chip from Mount Juliet says Rams, Niners, or Panthers could grab Levis and develop him.
Hey, Chip from Mount Juliet, we're at Salvo's. Come see us. Down the road, buddy. No excuses.
He does make a good point, though.
Salvo's?
That, but also with Will Levis and a potential 49ers marriage. I think it was this past weekend or last week. He was with George Kittle, Mac Jones. They're all in Cabo doing stuff together.
But you got Mac Jones. How much development are you going to get?
Well, I think Mac Jones, I think that's going to be a draft day trade.
Yeah.
Because he's going to start for somebody. So I think we always joked about the Nick Saban coaching rehabilitation program.
Right.
The Kyle Shanahan quarterback rehabilitation program is a thing now. And I think that there's a good chance that Mac Jones is going to be the next one. Darnold's gone through it. Garoppolo's gone through it. I mean, like, I think there's going to be other ones that
Josh Dobbs.
I mean, so.
That's right. There should be an Alabama offensive line reclamation project.
Yeah.
Those guys are terrible.
Who can do that?
It's called the XFL.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'll succeed there.
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHoney.com. And it is a Reaction Monday brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. JoJo, what is our question of the day?
So with the legal tampering starting in the National Football League and all the deals coming down, the Titans have signed Mitchell Trubisky, according to reports. Here's our question, Titans fans. What do you want the team not to do? We know what you want to do. What do you want them not to do? Like taking a high-priced receiver late in free agency and overpaying Calvin Ridley. What do you want them not to do in free agency? And there's all kind of places you can go with this.
Our question of the day presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. First-time shooters, shoot for free. Just tell them that I, Chase McCabe, sent you. Check them out at ariestactical.com. Along those lines, I have seen this narrative out there, and Keegan on our text line just brought it up. Both are still out there. What if we bring in Wan'Dale Robinson and Romeo Doubs? If only one, I need it to be Doubs. But, man, I really like bringing in both.
Nope.
Don't answer it yet.
Okay.
We'll discuss coming up next. Chase McCabe, Big Joe Dubin, Nick Frazier, live today at Salvo's in Mount Juliet on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Monday as the legal tampering period in the NFL has started. We'll continue to bring you updates. We're gonna shift gears a little bit at 12:30 with Nolan Smith, the head coach of the TSU basketball team, as they're going dancing for the first time since 1994 after winning the OVC. So we'll catch up with him for a few minutes as well. But we are at Salvo's here in Mount Juliet, Joe, and excited to be here today.
Well, it's National Meatball Day. So I'm like, what's a great place around that I love to go eat? It's Italian, Salvo's. So we come out to Salvo's in Mount Juliet. Ashley Hernandez is the general manager, joins us now. Ashley, thank you for having us out.
Yes, of course. We're excited to have you guys here.
You doing okay today?
Yeah.
First time on the radio?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
No, a little bit.
It's
Now I
just
am.
us.
It's okay. No, you're just talking to us.
You guys are so popular here, so popular in Gallatin. You have 8 locations around Middle Tennessee. Why are you guys so popular?
We make all of our stuff from scratch. Everything's homemade. The owners everyone's in here every day, early in the morning, hours before opening, just baking fresh trays of pasta, our dough. Everything's made in-house. Our sauces, all authentic New York Italian style recipes. They just put in all the hard work and dedication into making sure that everything is homemade, authentic. Everybody's trained across all of our locations to make sure that all of our recipes are spot on. And we've gotten a lot of support from Middle Tennessee at all of our locations, and they just keep growing and expanding.
The website salvopizza.com.
Right.
You guys do a tremendous to-go business here.
We do.
Wow,
yes.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, we do a lot of to-go business. We offer dine-in. We also do a lot of catering service. We cater weddings, graduations, events. We have a full catering menu. We work with any budget. All authentic, homemade, great food. A lot of people don't know this as well. We offer huge calzones, strombolis. You don't find those out here, and they are 100% New York style. They're incredible. Our portions are massive here.
Ashley, I need to go to a wedding where they serve pizza. I've never been to a wedding where I need that.
Right.
Right. Is that crazy that you cater for weddings, pizza? I love it.
We do, but we we're known for our pizzas, but people come try our pastas and they keep coming back because of the pastas. So a lot of people think, oh, pizzeria, and then they see we have our chicken parm, our homemade lasagna, our Alfredos, all those sauces. You can't find them anywhere else but Salvo's.
I love it. Ashley Hernandez is with us, the general manager of the Mount Juliet Gallatin store. There was a gentleman here earlier when I got here. He's from upstate New York. He says this is the only place he'll go because it's authentic Italian everything.
Right. Yeah. And myself, I lived in New York a couple of years as well in upstate New York. And I can agree. You can't find this authentic New York style flavor anywhere. It just doesn't exist out here other than Salvo's.
Oh, I love it. Ashley Hernandez is with us today. So 8 locations, Mount Juliet, Gallatin, around Middle Tennessee, but 2 of them are called
Taste of NY.
Taste of NY.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Chase is interested.
No, I'm interested. I'm just listening.
2 of them are downtown Nashville, and then we've got Brentwood. Those are called Taste of NY. And
I will-
then the
I will
rest are
tell
called
you,
Salvo's.
the downtown location, when we went through the storm and my girlfriend and I were staying in a hotel, we went to Taste of NY. It was very good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're
Look at
open
this guy.
7 days a week, all major holidays. We don't close for anything.
Love that.
And we came in earlier. There was 6 Mount Juliet police officers in here because you guys are big for first responders and law enforcement.
100%. Without law enforcement, fire department, ambulance services, first responders, they're like the backbone of the community. So any of them, that dine in with us, take out, they immediately get 10% off just for their service. We appreciate all the work that they do.
And it gets the job done. Ashley, thank you for let's be here today. We love it. The food is great. I come here constantly just because the calzones are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza's good. But thank you for having us out here. SalvoPizza.com. Check out the menu. 8 locations in Middle Tennessee. And then add to the to-go order because you've already had 1,000 today already. So well done, Ashley. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
All right,
Thank
Ashley
you, Ashley.
Hernandez, the GM here at Salvo's Pizza in Mount Juliet and Gallatin. And we had pizza earlier. I think we had like 3 bites and it was already gone. So
yeah.
that
It was very good. So come by and see us or go to any of the locations when you're out and about.
Yep.
And tell them that you heard it here on the Chasing Big Joe show.
Absolutely.
On
You do.
102.5 The Game.
I have a little crowd that's filtered in here to the Mount Juliet location. Across from Green Hill High School here in Mount Juliet too as well. So good location, good food. And even Dr. Crane approves. And that right there, folks, is the stamp of approval.
That's a big approval.
From one Paisan to the next, this place is where you need to be. Seriously.
By the way, you know how we'll always talk about, like, if you're scrolling through channels or whatever on like a Sunday morning, you're bored and you see a movie and you have to stop.
Yeah.
Happened to me yesterday. It was like woke up yesterday morning and Goodfellas was on. And it was about halfway through the movie, but I'm like, all right, well, know what I'm doing for the next hour or so.
You sit there and watch.
I did. And it was right when they're going to prison. And like I'm laughing at like Paulie's in there like shaving garlic with a razor blade.
There's something to be had about that. There is more flavor when you do it that way.
Really?
Yes.
Is there?
Yes.
Like with a razor blade?
Well, just when you cut it that thin.
That thin.
Yeah, there's more flavor there.
But I was just like, and they're paying off the guards and like all this stuff. It's so
that
good.
a casino, man. You get stuck. Yeah. You're like, all right, I'm done.
But Goodfellas is a true story.
Yep, it
like,
is.
Henry Hill.
Henry Hill.
Yep. But the late great Ray Liotta. But yeah, it was just it was a good one.
Well, the late great Paul Sorvino is the one that's
Paulie.
shaving off the cheese right there. So
Yeah,
you
Paulie.
get stuck doing that.
The Bears will sign safety Kobe Bryant from the Cincinnati. He played the Bearcats.
So does that signal the end for Kevin Byard?
He's a corner. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, his safety. Yeah, it could. It very well could. Cornerback Amik Robertson going on a 2-year deal to the Commanders, previously with the Detroit Lions. So that has happened. There's some punter deals I won't tell you about.
Do not.
You don't care.
I swear to God, you tell me of a punter deal, I'm cutting your mic off. That's not the only thing I'm cutting off. Mike and Power. Like, come on. Come on, you two.
Well, I didn't know where you were going with that.
You said Mike and cut off in the same sentence. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
Joe.
Former Lions linebacker Alex Anzalone will go to the Bucks on a 2-year deal. Kenneth Gainwell, is a running back, will sign with Tampa Bay.
Why am I, for the most part, unimpressed with most of these signings?
Well, it's early. I mean, I think some of the bigger names, you're going to call one – the agent's going to call one team, and then they're going to go call another team, and they're going to call the other team back. And then,
Well, that's how you got me away from NPR.
Yeah.
I was back and forth between Chase and NPR.
Yeah.
And NPR's final offer was 0. And then so Chase's like, well, I guess you got to come over here now.
And I said $1. So, that's where we were.
Oh, man.
So you were going to do books with Big Joe.
That's right. Yeah.
On NPR.
That was going to go nowhere. And then so I was like, well, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And that went nowhere either.
So that is an interesting thought by you of, with Bryant signing with the Bears, does that mean Byard could be at?
I mean, would Solid not like Kevin Byard? I mean,
I would think so. And I would think that Kevin would look at this as everybody except for Amy that was a part of that is gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it was Rand Carthon that screwed up and how he handled that.
Yes.
And so I would think he'd look at it. But if you're Mike Vrabel in New England, aren't you on the phone with him right now too?
I didn't think about that.
I mean,
bring Byard home and put him in those Oiler blue new uniforms that have been leaked out all weekend. He'll look good in those.
Which, I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of time on that right now, but if it is true and that's what they look like, I don't hate them. I do like that red's an accent.
Okay.
I need that.
We'll talk about it later on. We don't even know if that's the real jersey or not.
No, I know. So we'll see.
You know what is real? Our next guest.
That is true. Our next guest, Nolan Smith, the TSU Tigers, winning the OVC, going to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1994.
We watched that game Saturday night. I mean, that was the most impressive 3-point shooting in the first half I've seen since Shane Foster at Vanderbilt in 08. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, they could not miss.
And if there any Titans news, we will break in and tell you. So don't worry, just keep it right here.
Do we have a Titan sounder?
But we do. Play the Titan sounder, Brando. We caught him off guard, but no. He's there you go. So if you hear that, that means we got Titans news.
Yes.
We will talk to Nolan Smith coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe 102.5 The Game. It's Monday. And that fight song. Love that fight song. We will talk to Nolan Smith, TSU basketball coach, here in just a second. But Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier is here with us. at the breaking news desk, and he has a Titan signing.
Yes, the Tennessee Titans have made an agreement with Daniel Bellinger, former tight end with the New York Giants. So that's some familiarity with Brian Daboll. Years are not yet put out there yet, but hey, Daniel Bellinger, not too bad.
Okay. Don't hate that either, but that tells me that Chikakonkwo probably does not come back.
Yeah, I would agree to that as well. And again, Daniel Bellinger coming off the rookie deal, 25 years old, 4th-round pick in 2022. I think it's a good little plug. The fact of the matter is the Titans don't have to really, be married to this guy going forward.
So Gunnar Helm's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good with it. Bellinger and Helm. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me.
But the guy, I mean, if you're going to be the guy like George Kittle-ish, you're the guy. I mean, you catch it. It's up to you now. I mean, you're the one. You're so good for them. I mean, I tell you, that draft of 25 is looking a little bit better and better. If Jackson Slater can develop, you got Cam, you got Io Manor, DK, McCabe.
Yeah. McCabe. Congratulations to the Tennessee State Tigers as they defeat Morehead State 93-67 in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. They will go dancing for the first time since 1994, and their coach Nolan Smith is on the line with us now. Coach, this is fantastic. Congratulations, and I hope you have enjoyed every second of this.
Thank you so much. Absolutely, I have.
Well, just tell us about your team. I mean, you guys have made some noise all year long, but you go into the tournament with a ton of momentum, and you run the table and win the whole thing, being the number 1 seed. And I mean, you handled a very good Morehead team.
Yes. No, I love my team. I love my group. They've gotten better and better as the season's gone on. Offensively, we've been good all year long, averaging 80-plus points a game. Again, I love the game to be in the 90s if possible, high-scoring game. But the big thing that I think we've laid our hat on the last couple of weeks is our defense, because we know if we get stops, then we get to run out and play even faster. I've been all season long being a team that's been top 10 in the country in steals. We want to create chaos, organized chaos, where we know what we're doing, we're defending, we're helping each other, and then we're getting hands on balls with active hands and deflections. Our guys have bought in on that, which has made our team become a championship team now that we're playing really good defense.
You have lived this as a player and an assistant, but now to lead TSU to the tournament on a personal level, how special is that to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Just for me, it's always just about these players. So to be here, just be their guide, be their tour guide on this journey to become a champion has been just amazing feeling for me to see these guys just completely just fall in love with the process and be coachable every single day. Listen to us as a staff, and couldn't have asked for a better group to coach for my first job. So that they've just been amazing to work with, and just so to see them celebrating on the court the other night just meant the world to me.
Have you gotten a text or call from your former coach yet?
I have. Throughout the 2 games in the tournament, we talked before each one, talked after, and he loved where our team was at in the last couple of weeks. He saw it coming. He said, "Y'all have a chance to really become something really special." And he texted me before the game, "Be you." That's one of the things he used to always tell me as a player, go be you. So to get that text right before the championship game when obviously emotions are high, feelings, thoughts are all racing, not knowing how the game's going to go, and I got that text from him, made me really just go after it and make sure our guys are ready to go after it as well.
Love it. TSU head basketball coach Nolan Smith is on the Chase and Big Joe show. Coach, congratulations. A lot was made during the broadcast about you making sure your team sees the banner in Gentry Center from 1994. Why was that important to keep pointing that out?
Because you want to keep vision of your mission. And when I got here, some of the returning players, Aaron Nakuma, Travis Harper, Carlos Williams, all those guys told me that they wanted to be champions. Dante Harris, when I brought him in, knowing his background, coaching him at Memphis, I know he's a proven winner. And every single body on the team said they wanted to win a championship. So they had to see it early and often throughout the season. We had to talk about it. If that's what y'all really want, you have to see it and then work at it, work towards it, get better and better as the season goes on. But again, you can't hide what you want. If you want something, you have to talk about it and then go get it done.
Oh, I love that, Coach. The first half of the night, the championship game, I've seen teams that are on fire shooting the basketball. I'm not sure I've seen a hotter team at that moment the way you guys were shooting in the first half. Was it something you told them, or was just that you knew they're capable of doing that?
I think it was the energy from the defensive end. You know, when you have energy the way you're defending and you're flying around on defense, that gives you confidence on the offensive end. And we already have a lot of freedom on the offensive end. All the shots we took, most of them were great. Obviously, Travis Harper, he takes some tough ones, but he makes tough shots. So I'm good with him taking some of those tough shots because he elevates on his shot, so he doesn't see the defender that's right there in his grill. But I think it really was the defense, and then again before the game, I said, man, go for it. You know, you can't tiptoe into a championship game. We got to go forward with full blown confidence, full support of me and my staff, and then that's when the shots just fall, and then from there, you know, they took off.
I know Chase asked you about Coach K sending you a message. I'm sure you heard from a lot of people Saturday night after the game and into Sunday morning, didn't you?
Oh man, a lot of people. Coach K, Coach the legend, Coach Jim Lynam, Kevin Durant. You know, so many friends and either NBA players just have been flooding my Instagram messages and text messages. I think just proud of what we were able to do this year. A lot of people were watching us closely, you know, especially in my first year and just seeing kind of what we do and that. So a lot of people are really proud right now.
What is, I know the anticipation for 6 days. What's the schedule like for you the next 6 days? Because, I mean, everybody's going to tell you you're going to go here, you're going to go there, but, you know, until you see it, you don't really know. So what's the next 6 days like for you guys?
Yeah, well, it's a long layoff. It's a long layoff before our next game. So, again, we took 2 days off, took yesterday off, take today off. We'll get some individual work in probably for 2 days, and then we'll get back to our 5-on-5 practices and really competing and getting after it. So, you know, it's a good time to get our bodies back, get refreshed, get our minds refreshed. And then when we get back to it, it's also a whole brand new season. So these guys get a couple of days to really get out what they've done and move on. And then when we get back in the grind, we're back in the grind. We're going to prepare almost like it's the start of the season, preparing for whatever is getting ready to get thrown at us.
Nolan Smith is with us, TSU basketball coach, as they will head to the NCAA tournament coming up next week. How special is it, I guess, to put it that way, to take such a historic HBCU program to the tournament, knowing that you're forever going to be linked to that?
Oh, man, it means a lot. You know, it definitely means a lot, you know, to be a part of history, to be a part of something special, to be a part of something bigger than yourself is really why we played the game, coached the game. You know, that's why we do what we do. And, you know, it's been an absolute honor to do what we did this season. And, you know, obviously we want to keep this thing going. You know, this wasn't definitely not a one-hitter quitter where we just come and just, you know, win and then now go back in the shadows. You know, we want everybody to know TSU is here to stay. We're here to win. And that's how it's going to be played.
All right, Coach Nolan Smith is with us from TSU, headed to the tournament. What did you tell the team, Coach, in the locker room after the game Saturday night?
Oh, just how proud of them I am. You know, probably for the first time, I said, look, we're going to enjoy this for about 48 hours and really enjoy it. You know, I've told them, again, you know, you play this game and we have a chance to leave a legacy. All of you are playing for your legacy. You're playing to be remembered. You're playing to hang a banner. And when it's all said and done, I told them now all of you are legends. You know, all of you are legends here at Tennessee State. You're legends in Nashville. You'll get to always tell somebody that you were OVC champion, tournament guy, NCAA tournament guy, and just be really proud of what you all have done this season. And then, yeah, enjoy it for 48 hours. Then it's on to the next thing.
I love it. Coach, I know how humble you are. We've talked to you before. You're not going to take credit for this, but you didn't get this job to late July. Was that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's not like you had March, April, May, June, and all of July to get. I mean, you had to come in and then start from. You were so far behind the 8 ball. That's why I think this job that you've done is absolutely incredible to get this team on board on the same page and then win the tournament. And now you're in the tournament. I just think it's a heck of a job that needs to be more people need to know what you've done in these past 7-8 months.
I'll tell you this. All I do is pick a great staff. I picked a great support system. I picked guys that have done it at the highest level. Coach Vince Taylor, who's been with Coach Pitino, Coach Delonte Hill, who's been with Mark Turgeon and Coach Frank Martin, DeMar Johnson, who was at with the Coach Wes Miller in Cincinnati, and then Brandon Lockridge, who's a Tennessee State lifer. Just having a staff that just supported me, loved these young men, coached every single day, taught them how to be tough, taught them how to buy in, taught them how to win. I think that's the best thing that I did, just having a great staff and picking the right guys to be around these young men and just help them along the way on this journey to becoming champions.
Well, Coach, congratulations again to you and your entire team and staff. Enjoy the moment and then get ready to go to work next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. Nolan Smith, head coach of the TSU Tigers, as they won the OVC. They will go dancing starting next week in the NCAA tournament. And if you just tune in and missed that, don't worry. You get to hear Coach again. He's going to join DVD this afternoon at 4:40.
Heck yeah,
so,
why not?
Yeah, I mean, like, you should – a big deal like this.
32 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're happy to give TSU all the pub that they absolutely have earned.
And again, he didn't take the job till late July.
That's awesome.
You got to find a staff and players and put him. Had he won 8 games, I mean, that's a heck of a job for what he's done. But now they're going to the tournament. Gives me a reason to watch the Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So here's what we got so far. The Titans have signed tight end.
Sounder.
Oh, hit the sounder. We'll get better at this.
All right.
Sorry, there's a lot going on back here.
No, you're good. Yeah, don't worry about it right now. The Titans have signed Daniel Bellinger, tight end, who is with the Giants. Obviously knows Brian Dable, so he is coming in. And then Mitch Trubisky, who also knows Dable from their time together in Buffalo, as the backup quarterback. So those are the 2 moves that the Titans have made. Still a long way to go. They're just an hour and a half or almost 2 hours in to the legal tampering period. We'll take you through some of the signings and what we know so far. We'll do that next live at Salvo's Pizza in Mount Juliet today. Chasing Big Joe. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
This is not Titans related, but this is a big one. Thank you. Free agent center Tyler Linderbaum has reached an agreement today on a record deal with the Raiders.
Oh,
$81 million. That includes $60 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history.
Brilliant signing.
Tommy Brady, baby.
Who's he going to protect? The franchise.
Yep.
Brilliant signing.
So Tyler Linderbaum gets an $81 million deal. That's
whew.
Titans weren't going to pay that.
No.
And they probably shouldn't.
Raiders got to protect. You got your guy.
Look, he's good, but that's an overpay.
It's all overpaid.
Well, yeah.
It's all. You think Dak Prescott earned $61 million a year? Think that's overpaid?
No. No.
Right?
But
everybody's overpaid except us.
That's true.
Right? We're used to it by now. We work in the media.
That is true. We'll have more on free agency coming up next. Chasing Big Joe on R25, The Game. I wouldn't have picked that. Good center. But he's better at run blocking than pass blocking. With $60 million guaranteed.
Like that little 60 model thing that I had for Titans. I had the Titans started to 550 million.
Yeah.
Because it's neat.
Tyler Algier back to the Cardinals on a 2-year deal.
Need some stability.
The more I look at, I know it's just the backup quarterback. The more I look at it, the more I love that Mitch Trubisky thing. Backup. Yep. But he knows like he can sit there with Cam and go, all right, hey, when he says this is what this means. He's a coach.
Yeah, it was. He looked at the situation with Callahan when he brought in Brandon Allen. It was like, yeah, he ran the system in Cincinnati. He ran my system. He did this. I'm with you.
Greg Almond says, I'm hearing teams have offered Mike Evans north of $27 million. I'm not sure the Bucs will be going next.
The place I'd like to see Mike Evans play is either Buffalo or the Raiders. But
if they signed Wan'Dale Robinson and Mike Evans, I wouldn't leave them. Not for $27 million.
yeah, I can't. Like $27 million, I think would be a little bit of a stretch for Wan'Dale Robinson. Like $24.5 to $25 million for Robinson. Do like 4 years. See if you have an opt-out after that year. Play safe. I'm all about the opt-outs after that last season with the contract. It's a win-win in both scenarios.
Was it you that said Dylan Parham?
No, that was TD. And then Jake kind of reiterated that.
I wouldn't have paid Linderbaum that.
Again, the Raiders can do that.
Not with all what they need.
I think it just goes to show you they've shown all their entire program.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. We're live at Salvo's in Mount Juliet. Hanging out and having a good time here.
We're having the best time here. Good food. Salvo's 8 locations throughout Middle Tennessee. Today we're in the Mount Juliet one. They're going to feed us in a little bit.
We hope everybody during the commercial enjoyed our conversation. So
heck yeah, good. I was over there
on the YouTube. That was great. Glad we had that.
Nowhere around for that. So
you were not. No, I don't think we talked about anything bad.
It was just NFL talk. It's all
I love NFL
agency.
talk, right?
Yeah.
Tracer loves the Trubisky signing. Really likes that.
I do. I think that's gonna be a good move. Let's see. So the Baltimore Ravens signed John Simpson. I think we saw that earlier. But Simpson, hey? But the big one is Tyler Linderbaum going on a 3-year deal, $81 million to the Raiders, $60 million guaranteed. And as Dr. Crane and I were I don't like that, but the Raiders could do that. Yeah. That's a Raiders type move. The Titans have too many holes, in my opinion, to spend that kind of money on a center. Granted, they need a center, but Mays is off the market, and then Linderbaum now off the market. Highest paid interior lineman in NFL history.
Good. I like it. He's a center, commands that offensive line. I mean, look, when Ben Jones got here, the impact Ben Jones had on this team, not just on the offensive line, but overall, was something else. Let me ask you this. This guy is getting married in June. The whole world's going to be watching. Why is he coming back? Travis Kelce for his 14th season.
I think when Mahomes got hurt, that made him want to come back for one. They didn't like how this season went.
Okay.
So I think it, and I get it. Like, why would you want to end on that note? But look, he's a shell of himself.
Big last 2 years.
Like he doesn't have there ain't a whole lot left in that tank.
The Super Bowl loss to the Eagles, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Just in that game. Now he's a Hall of Fame tight end.
Yeah.
I get all that. But if you're going to come back, you come back. Get on the legal juice. Get on the legal stuff to get you back going. I'm not saying do steroids. I ain't saying make it legal.
The stuff that you can go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doc, can you prescribe me this?" Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, Travis.
Come back as the meathead that you were before, and do all that. So,
but think of it this way, though. From what it seems like online, the Chiefs are going to go try and grab, Kenneth Walker.
Got him.
I mean, got him. There you go. You can rely more on him than you can a Travis Kelce, because you just mentioned he's a shell of himself. You could use him as more of a red zone threat. He's one of those guys you can kind of strategically plan for as a defense. But minus that, I mean, you turn the page. You keep him in the cards, but you turn the page.
Well, they cut that tackle who's always jumping off sides. They saved a ton of money. The Chiefs did for that. So the Chiefs get a good receiver. They got money to go and get a receiver. Then they're back. They're a top 4 team again.
You're right.
Getting rid of McDuffie was dumb, but
unless they know how to work the system with the draft, maybe they can go find another.
I mean, like, here's the thing: how many times in the mid to late 2000s did we say the Patriots were dumb for letting somebody go?
Probably 40.
Right. And I mean, Belichick obviously saw something and knew something. So I mean, they're always going to know more than everybody else because they're on the inside. I mean, it's like when they let Snead go, they knew.
Yeah. I'll take him. Give him here.
Yeah.
Bring him to Nashville. We got this.
Terrible. Is that post snap or
that was right when you're going to sleep, man.
Yeah. So that is I guess to this point, Linderbaum is the biggest fish to be caught to this point.
See, Linderbaum sounds something like from Animal House. Like, damn it, Linderbaum.
He looks like it too.
He does. Maybe there's
Toga.
What is
Toga?
What is the name? And what's the name of not Belushi? Because that's Blutarski.
Yeah.
But there was
not
another
Kuharski. Blutarski.
There was another sort of like I've got it. Hold on. Going to the great app of the IMDb. All right. There's a name in there. Kroger, Dorfman, Niedermeyer. Yeah, Niedermeyer was the drill instructor. Greg Marmalard. These are all great names.
Hey, by the way, the Cardinals have signed former Falcons running back Tyler Algier. For those that are on the love train at number 4, that helps.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
And didn't they sign
James Conner?
Connor. Yeah, they brought
Did
Connor.
they really?
They brought Connor Newt back. So
wow. I thought after his injuries they would be like, all right,
we thought wrong, pal.
Yeah, I did. Thanks. I did think wrong. There are a lot of
so I mean they're good. They should be set at running back. They're not drafting a running back.
Yeah.
They're taking Bain.
I mean,
I think they're taking Bain.
It leans in that direction. It could be an Arvell Reese. You never know. But it reminds me of that Isaiah Simmons.
I think the Jets take
Arvell
Reese or Bain.
So I told you, let's do this. Let's get it out there. Titans trade next year's number 1 to the Cardinals to move up 1 spot at 3. And you give them a second rounder this year. Is that code good?
Yeah, it is.
And you give them the second rounder, and you go up and you get Bain and Love. You don't like this?
No.
You guys are crazy.
To get Bain and Love?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, if you do that.
No, you keep your 4, but you give up next year, this year's 2, next year's number 1, and you move up.
All right, but let me just throw this at you. What if the Jets take Bain? Then would you take Reese? Or Bailey?
I take Bailey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
He just had a lot of high production at Texas Tech.
The Rams have hit on something with what they're doing. Do you know this? The Rams are doing it.
Yeah.
Because they're getting established guys and signed the big deals. This McDuffie trade, they've had 1 draft choice in 8 or 9 seasons. Because they get guys who've already established in the league. They know they're proven. You don't know these rookies from anybody else what they're going to do.
It's true.
I think it's a great thing that they've done.
615-737-1025. We will have more with free agency, legal tampering, live today from Salvo's Pizza in Mount Juliet. We're having a blast. Chase McKay, Big Joe Duman, and Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier. Brandon Bigsby on the 1 and 2s on 102.5 The Game. Speak it into existence, Titans fans. Hour number 2, and Brando hit it.
Yeah.
According to Adam Schefter, Diana Rossini, and everybody else, the Tennessee Titans will sign wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson to a 4-year, $70 million deal. He reunites with Brian Daboll. Wan'Dale Robinson to the Titans.
All right. Is he the guy to break the awful franchise signing of wide receivers, free agents, trade-ins that this team has had? Is he the guy? Wan'Dale, you got to be the guy.
So that's $17.5 million per year, which I like that. Like, because I was listening to Next Man Up today, and Parker and Jake were basically thinking he was going to get 20. So you're getting him $17.5 million a year. Okay, now I'm seeing 4 years, $78 million. So Diana Rossini had 70 million. NFL Network is saying 78.
So it's 19.5.
Yeah. So still, that's not.
It's under 20.
That's not bad.
But who is that?
Is he? I mean, but the the question is,
sorry,
football, Joe.
Who is that?
Football.
Well,
on the left.
I don't know. Oh, that's is that Jamie Erdahl?
No, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
But
I'm
continue,
sorry.
Chase.
He's gonna be 25, so it's the perfect age.
Yep.
He had an 1,000-yard year last year for the first time in his career, but he's gotten better every year. 4 touchdowns. I don't view him as a number one, but I think he can be a good one for this team. The question is, do they sign another receiver?
Does he stretch the field?
Yes.
I mean, we got.
Yeah, he's a true slot receiver, I think.
Yeah.
So he's going to be your guy over the middle.
He's tiny. No, he's going to be a true slot.
I think so.
5'8", 185.
Well, he's not stretching the field.
No. So
Slot
that's what
guys-
I'm saying. Do you still – he can get you over the middle, but that's what I'm saying. Do you go – I mean, dude.
Do you spend half your cap on receivers?
Well, you could probably – I mean, how much is Juwan going to want?
More.
You sign Juwan to, like, you think more?
I think he'll want more.
He's
than
not stretching the field.
but he's going to want more than that.
But he
No,
can.
he's a great receiver, but he's not the deep threat. Somebody's got to, again, the old
All right,
phrase,
is Dobbs?
take the top off.
I could see Romeo Dobbs being that kind of guy to do that. I don't know. I see Wan'Dale Robinson, like you mentioned, Chase. Yeah, he's that guy over the middle you can kind of rely on. But again, he kind of has some of those intangibles that Joe has mentioned about Alec Pierce. He can have some of those vertical routes where he can go up the seam or either up the sideline.
Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think he can do that. But if you also include Alec Manor into that as well, then I think that evens out your game plan.
Well, does Manor become your deep threat?
He can. He has the size.
He must. Somebody's got to. You can't have 5 receivers who don't run routes longer than 15, 18 yards.
So here's the question. Right now, knowing that your receiver room is Wan'Dale Robinson, Io Manor, DK, Bryce Oliver, I assume is back.
What the hell's he doing?
Do you keep Ridley?
No.
If you restructure, I think they may end up, if they don't do anything, which
he can't
they could.
catch. He doesn't want to catch.
Well,
he doesn't want
that's
to
a
get
problem.
hit. He was terrible. Get rid of him. Get rid of all those guys that didn't perform. Get rid of all of them. It's a new time. Hell, we got new jerseys coming out. We don't need this old stuff. Goodbye. You earned your money in 2 years. You did nothing. You were afraid to catch the ball.
So they're going to march Wan'Dale Robinson out there Thursday night in the new uni.
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
100%.
Him, Cam, Jeff Simmons.
And DK.
No.
What if they signed somebody else today?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Got to have 4.
Yeah.
Cam, Wan'Dale, Simmons. Maybe Wan'Dale come out on Simmons' shoulders.
He's not that small.
5'8". Jeff's like 8'7". So you got to have him on top.
So is it 70 million or 78 million?
According to NFL Network, $78 million, probably including the guaranteed money and also signing bonuses. I think Dynasty is probably not including that, or wherever the reports are coming from. By the way, Colleen Wolfe was the NFL host we're talking about.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll be checking out her Instagram page.
All right, so they get the tight end, the receiver, and then the backup quarterback. So you have checked off a couple of things you needed to check off today.
Mm-hmm.
Was still a lot to go. This is what Kuharski says. 19.5 AAV is a lot. Can't be their top guy, but hopeful they will be creative with him in the slot, where he was 57% of the time last year.
Okay.
I like it. I think the yak yards are what you're really looking forward to with Wan'Dale Robinson, because like you mentioned, Chase, you catch something over the middle, more than likely there's 15 extra yards behind that catch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he caught 60 balls in 23, 93 in 24, 92 last year. He gets in the he's only scored 9 touchdowns, but he's averaging 10 yards a pop when he catches. So yeah, he's definitely a slot guy over the middle guy.
But I don't hate it.
So Iomaner's your deep threat. Gotta be.
And I'm okay with that.
Me too. I am.
Because think of it this way. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was, a 4th-round pick. Iomaner resembles that same thing. I'm not saying they're the same player, but the same trajectory, career trajectory.
Right.
If you can turn one of those 3rd or 4th-round picks into a versatile wide receiver, which they have done in year 1 under Iomaner with the Titans, they can do it in year 2.
Okay. I'm good with that.
So I'm texting D-Mace to get his thoughts. Obviously, he'll have full thoughts today at 3 o'clock, but I'm curious. Because, I never like to put Derek as a slot receiver, but he did make a lot of big-time catches in that position.
Yeah.
So he knows it. He made we used to joke with him, he made a lot of money going over the middle. So I'd be curious of what Derek thinks at this point about Wan'Dale Robinson. So that is the report. 4 years, $78 million for Wan'Dale Robinson to come to the Titans. That's their biggest signing to this point. They've signed Mitch Trubisky as the backup quarterback to a 2-year deal, and Daniel Bellinger to a 2-year deal as the tight end. So 2 former Giants and a Bill that all have connections to Dable, bringing them in.
So the offense, if you get Love, draft Love, you get Love, you got Robinson, Iomaner, DK, Helm could come into his own. Got to protect Cam. I mean, that's still the priority. You need a center, you need a guard. So a lot of things left to do on this. So there's some things you got to get done. But look, it's bit by bit. It's not like all at one time. It's bit by bit. And so I like what they're doing. They're being wise. I think Borgandi knows exactly what he's doing, and they're being smart about everything. So I'm on board. I'm on board with all this right now.
Jahan Dotson, the former receiver with the Eagles, signing with the Falcons. 2 years, $15 million, worth up to $17 million, $10 million guaranteed. So a depth signing there. Okay. But he's been decent.
Yeah, I like him. I think the Eagles didn't use him properly.
Yeah.
They just had too much out there with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. I mean, and you also had, Dallas Goedert at tight end. So they were just a littered talent on that offensive side of the ball. But in Atlanta, he can prove himself because you have, Michael Penix Jr. at quarterback, Bijan Robinson. There are a lot of opportunities for a guy like Jahan Dotson to really flourish.
Well, and all reports are that the Falcons are going to go in on Tua to sign him as the backup. Because here's the thing about Tua. You can sign him cheap because he's still he had so much guaranteed money.
Oh, yeah. This is organized chaos happening across the National Football League.
Travis Etienne goes to the Saints. He's from Louisiana, wanted to go closer to home, so he signs with the Saints. That's good. 4 years, $52 million.
They don't have a running game anyway. I mean, Kamara's checked out.
Yeah.
So we got a good quarterback and a good receiver down there. Saints slowly building something.
So $19.5 million a year I don't hate that. You got under 20.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's about 500,000, but you got under 20. David Edwards, the guard, formerly with the Bills, is signing with the Saints. So that's a good guy.
I'll be concerned if by Wednesday they have not signed a lineman.
I think a Wichita lineman, or
well, all right.
I think they're going to bring Zeitler back.
Okay,
I think that's what they want to do. And look, if you go look at it's hard to gauge on stats with a lineman, as you know.
Sure,
but like if you go look at all those fancy numbers that PFF and places do, he was pretty good.
Yeah, but you need a center. I mean, are you going to keep Dan Moore and Latham? I mean, I don't know. Latham could continue to prove a little bit I'm good, but the left tackle part, oh, man.
I don't know if you know but our buddy Ricky asks a really good question. If the Falcons sign Tua, would they be the first team with 2 left-handed quarterbacks?
Wow. Stabler, Jim Zorn. I'm trying to think of Boomer. Other left-handed quarterbacks. Steve Young. There's not many.
Yeah.
I would probably.
There was somebody with the Ravens, because Derek has talked about how difficult it is or how different it is as a receiver.
Dave Ragone? No,
to
he
play
was
with a left-handed quarterback.
Is he a receiver?
Is Tyrod?
No,
No.
This has got me now. Famous left-handed quarterback.
But with the same team, that's pretty, because Penix is too.
Yeah. The Falcons, it says they would be the first modern era franchise to have two prominent left-handed quarterbacks on their roster. If
That's
they
pretty
go
crazy.
grab Tua.
Ned Flanders. Don't forget him.
Mark Brunell, Michael Vick.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, so wait, so Vic, so is Penix not? I thought Penix was.
Yeah, he is. He's
So
left-handed.
Vic, Penix, Tua
I was
in their
talking about,
history.
oh, that's right. There's three. Yeah.
But you're talking at the same time.
Yeah,
Tim Tebow,
Tebow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel.
That is true. With
Yeah.
the Browns.
Interesting.
All left-handed quarterbacks. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's a little different. But that's the one. Stabler, Steve Young are the only two left-handed quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame. Tony Graziani, he's a Falcon.
By the way, did y'all see the? I guess it was over the weekend. Wendy's quote tweeted Geno Smith and was like, "Hey, we'll sign you. You know, we're looking for a recruiter or something like that." So now, of course, NFL Memes has put Wendy's and former Raiders quarterback Geno Smith have agreed to terms in a 4-year, $15 an hour deal per source.
$15. Can you imagine guy making $15 an hour in the NFL?
Oh,
I'd love it.
I think they call it the chief tasting officer.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
what it
Wendy's.
was. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Did the Raiders cut him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jordan Schultz is saying it's a 4-year, $70 million deal with incentives up to $78 million
Yeah,
for
it makes
Wan'Dale
sense.
Robinson.
So $78 million basically.
So
Well, it sounds like it will be $78 million because if they do target him a lot, he'll probably get those incentives rather than a guy like Calvin Ridley who was anemic to catching the football.
You could say he's terrible. Why do we?
I still think. Don't be surprised if they restructure and he's back.
Why? I'd restructure and he's like, okay, I'm good. And they'll be
Why-
like,
why
just
not?
kidding. Rip it up. Hit the
Yeah.
road. I'll even call him an Uber. I'll say, hey, Calvin, thank you, but here, get out of town. Why do you want him back?
I don't necessarily want him back. I'm just telling you, like, I could see it.
By the way, who wanted to fight me on the text line?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Let me look one thing at a time.
Okay.
So Ridley is going to make. Yeah, I mean, you can't bring him back on this. 26.4 is his cap hit.
He should wear a ski mask, robbing the team.
1178. No, Joe, that is dumb. Why do you move next year's one with the draft is levels better than anyone in this class? One of the dumbest takes ever.
No, not at all. It worked out perfectly for the Houston Texans 3 years ago. Why can't it work out here? Move up, get the number 3, get your defensive end coming here, get Jeremiah Love. You imagine starting the season with Reuben Bain, Jeremiah Love, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, it just sounds better. I mean, you're unsure of next year. I'm tired of waiting to next year. Do it
Yeah.
now.
No, I
The
get it.
Texans did it perfectly. And what did they lose? Nothing. Because you don't know what that first round is going to do the next year.
615-737-1025.
Give it up, man. Salvos and Mount Juliet. Come by and see us.
Salvos and Mount Juliet. We're about to eat. We'll have more reaction to Wan'Dale Robinson and much more here on Chasing Big Joe. John McClain at 2 o'clock, 102.5 The Game. TalladegaSuperspeedway.com to get your tickets. All weekend, all the National Series will be there, including the Cup Series. 877 go to Dega. Be sure to add the Talladega Garage Experience, which is the most immersive garage experience in NASCAR. TalladegaSuperspeedway.com or 877 go to Dega. Is this a little Titus O'Neil, Brando?
I knew you would appreciate this.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Chasing Big Joe. Dr. Crane is here with us as well. Salvo's in Mount Juliet. Brandon Bigsby, a.k.a. Brando, on the ones and twos back at the studio. It is free agency day or legal tampering. None of these can become official until Wednesday when the new league year begins, but we all know that they're pretty much done. The Titans have signed Wan'Dale Robinson to a 4-year deal worth up to $78 million. They have also signed Mitch Trubisky as a backup quarterback and Daniel Bellinger tight end to a 2-year deal. So they've addressed offense to this point in free agency with their 3 signings. But still a lot of available out there. So we'll see if there are other moves.
What's the biggest deal today so far? Is it Linderbaum to the Raiders?
Probably, yeah. $80 million for him, 60 guaranteed. I texted with D-Mace, and obviously he'll give full reaction on DVD starting at 3:00. But he needs to see it. It needs to play out,
Right.
But he's a true slot guy. He said they've needed that. You may disagree with me. I wouldn't be shocked if they signed another receiver. Romeo Doubs could be the deep threat. And then you have to release Ridley. But
then Iron Man or DK is going to take a back seat.
And not necessarily.
Tell me a team that's got 4 receivers that are active. I mean, that contribute like that. There's not. You have maybe 3, 2 at least.
I think we did this exercise last year or last season looking
yoga?
at yes, looking spin. We were in spin class together.
Yeah.
But I think you looked at there were certain offenses that had, like you said, like 2 or 3 pass catchers.
Yeah, right. You don't need another one.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, look, and Derek knows what this is like. Is you kept bringing in people, and finally, he got his opportunity. And
would you be okay with them signing Jawan Jennings next?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be
Why?
fine because he's a red zone threat.
What is Wan'Dale Robinson? Shouldn't he get paid? Shouldn't he be that red zone threat?
Yeah. I would rather. I mean, at this point, I'd rather have Dobbs because he's an outside guy that can go downfield. Derek put it. I asked about Dobbs. He goes, he's a true outside guy. He's a younger Ridley with better hands, and has the speed to get downfield.
Okay.
So, but we'll see. But I mean, here's the other thing that we have to also accept: the guys that are here now. Granted, Borgonzi drafted Io Manor and DK, so he probably wants to see them work out. But the coaching staff had nothing to do with that. So they're going to be a part of this evaluation too, and saying, hey, here's what I need to work with this offense and to make your quarterback good. Now, DK and Io Manor most likely fit into that, but I'm just saying, he might, Dable and Saleh might say, look, we need to go get one more guy, and let's load this receiver room up.
Only one football.
There's only one football.
I don't mean to be a contrarian.
How many catches have you taken away from the tight end position? Do you trust Gunnar Helm to add more to his plate, or did you like what he did last year?
That's a great question. I need to see more, but I mean, you go out and sign all that money on another receiver. I don't. You still got some parts offensive line you got to get. What about the guy with the 3 names? John Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, John
Millard
Franklin
Fillmore?
Myers.
Yeah.
John Franklin Myers. Yeah, he's still out there.
There's a guy. I mean, so you got to add more pieces. You still need another cornerback.
Alontae Taylor's still out there.
You got your receiver. Just go and be smart about it.
I'd like to see the Titans go after Tariq Woolen, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Who's that?
He is the former cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, they need to sign at least 2 corners.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to sign 2 corners.
Because you can't have projects from the draft to
No.
be starting on this defense.
No.
It just doesn't happen.
I don't think they re-signed Darrell Baker.
Yeah, was a restricted free agent. Now he's open at the open market. So
you got to address corner in free agency, in my opinion. 615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHoney.com. 3935 now gets the award for the worst joke of the day.
Oh, yeah.
And says, if the Titans draft Jeremiah Love, the caption writes itself, quote, all is fair in love and ward, end quote.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
It's clever.
Keegan says, let Io Manor take a back seat. He already took one to DK. Why not take one to Wandale and Romeo? Are we okay? So here's a true, fair question. Are we sold on Io Manor?
Got to be.
I mean,
You have no choice.
he was okay,
He was a rookie.
but he was a 4th round pick, so
Yeah.
I wasn't putting a ton on him.
I think he'll get better and better and better. I think he showed good flashes. Better than Ridley.
It was better than
So I think
is
that's
true.
fine. As Brian Dable's cutting up his pizza behind Chase.
Looking at next year, and again,
Now I
this
have
is this
to
year. I've said this on the radio.
515 yards for Io Manor on 41 catches last year.
Not
It's
bad.
not bad.
Pretty good.
When he's running for his life, not bad at all. I'm good about it.
I don't know. Keep that 1st round pick. I know you mentioned like trading up to get multiple players this year. Keep it, because say if the Titans don't end up being a decent team this year, go grab Jeremiah Smith. I am so sold on getting a guy like Jeremiah Smith next
Then you
year.
push things back another year. I'm
Or
about
maybe,
to now.
Or maybe they do play well this year and they trade up to get him next season.
I'm all in now, man.
Okay.
Get your defensive end, get your running back, and go. See what happens.
I'm with you. I'm just waiting for things to refresh.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah.
Brian Dable is 2 fists in that pizza behind Chase. There's a guy here who looks just like Brian Dable eating pizza.
I don't know if he looks just like him, but
Similar.
pretty dead close. Oh.
all right. So who is out there that you guys still would want the Titans to sign?
I mean, I said mine just a minute ago. It was Tariq Woolen.
Okay.
And I think not 49. Well, 49ers were in on it along with the Rams, but because the Rams just signed Trent McDuffie, you don't know what that's going to lead to now. So I don't know. Maybe he's back on the market.
Oh, maybe Alontae Taylor. I mean, just
I would like
familiar
Alontae.
with him.
I would like Alontae Taylor.
Maybe the Saints.
Trey
sign
Hendrickson.
him?
What do we think about Trey Hendrickson?
Oh man, 32.
He's still productive.
Little
though.
gas in the tank, huh? Still kick
Yeah.
the tires on him.
Diesel?
Maybe. Shaq Diesel.
Does he have a Hemi in it?
I could.
This is Diana Rossini did say this. The player many teams are circling around at this time is Broncos defensive lineman John Franklin Myers. Multiple suitors are inquiring about the 7-year veteran. He's expected to have a big payday.
Wow.
So that's the guy that could potentially the
Okay.
Titans could be potentially.
I'm good. Bring that in right there. You got Robinson, Myers, the blocking tight end.
Now I will say this.
Trubisky.
I don't hate the idea of signing guys that know the offense or defense. But let's also keep in mind that Robert Saleh and Brian Dable got fired as head coaches from their respective teams.
True.
Very true.
So let's not go overboard.
Let's don't.
Is what I'm saying. Like
All
no
right.
disrespect, Matt, but let's not get too crazy. There are some other good players that played for other teams. That's why I'm interested in, if you could get Trey Hendrickson on a good deal, you bring him in.
Yeah. To Joe's sentiment when he mentioned he's in for the now, I think if you go grab a guy like Trey Hendrickson, that means you're going for it. Like you're going for a Super Bowl run. And I don't know if you can really sign a guy like that right now because I'm sure he wants to go to a top contender at the moment.
Do you think signing Trey Hendrickson puts his team in the Super Bowl category?
No, I don't think.
No, but it helps the defense.
Yeah, I don't think they're a Super Bowl team at all. But that signing tells everybody, the national media, this team's going for it.
Okay.
That's what that tells me.
All right.
Because who signs a 32-year-old edge rusher that's saying, hey, I'm going after it, and we're going to go win a Super Bowl?
So what is he going to get? $30 million?
Probably.
All right. So then there's a third of your cap
Not my
gone.
money.
No. Third and a half of your cap gone.
It limits you. You already grabbed Jermaine Johnson.
So you're at $98 million. You got you're 98 with Jermaine. Wandale's taking in 20. That's $78 million. Henderson 30. That's $48 million. Then it keeps going down and down and down. You better know what you're doing, man.
Not my money.
Not not my money.
615-737-1025. We'll have more on free agency coming up next. Live from Salvo's in Mount Juliet, 1025 again. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. Big Joe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, yours truly.
Brian Dable just left a little while ago.
That was not Brian Dable.
You know it was, Chase. Just admit it.
It was not.
It was not him.
Keeping an update on free agency. And Brando is back at the studio. Brando, how is it back there? How you doing?
We're doing all right. You know, a lot going on, keeping up with all the news and everything happening, but it's been a fun time. Can't complain too much.
Who's the we?
He's got a full staff back there.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people running around back here.
Okay.
Breaking news, not Titans. We were just talking about him, and what was out there was incorrect. The Mike Evans is going to sign a 3-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, my good. Well, so Juwan's gone.
Yep. That's interesting. Cornerback Jamel Dean, formerly of the Bucks, will sign with the Steelers.
Wow.
So those are the big deals there. I can't wait to see the contract for Evans because the report was he's being offered $27 million. Here it is on NFL Network. 3-year deal. No money yet. So he spent his entire 13-year career in Tampa Bay, now goes to San Francisco.
It's pretty good. Got a ring with Tampa.
Yep. Which people forget about, by the way.
I
guess it's the COVID year. But linebacker Devin Bush has reached a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Bears.
Oh,
so he leaves the Browns and goes to the Bears.
That's pretty good.
That leaves open Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah. You like him, don't you?
Yeah, Jake and I were talking about that guy. He's pretty good.
Why do you like him?
Well, the Titans are potentially going to trade for him last season.
Right.
And I think he'd fit really well in a Robert Saleh defense. I mean, a guy that has over 100 tackles total.
So who are the Titan safeties?
Amani Hooker, Kevin Winston.
Hooker regressed so much last year.
Again, I think that's why you got to call up the mayor of Murfreesboro. They both have pretty good chemistry together. You can kind of figure something out. Maybe that's what he needs. I mean, how can you not look at a guy that led the NFL in interceptions last season? How can you not give him a phone call?
I'm with you. He's always around the football. Kevin Byard is always around the football.
Yep. You don't have to convince me.
I just wonder if Robert Saleh is convinced or not.
To me, he's the type of guy that Saleh would love to have.
Sure.
We had a texter say, if he's there at 4, would Downs be the pick? Caleb Downs. I think you move back. I think he's like a 7-8 somewhere in there. Now I like him, but I also don't love the idea of taking a safety if you're the Titans, knowing that you have so many other moves that you need to make.
Well, do you think the Jets would take Jeremiah Love?
Not with Breece Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, they just franchise tagged Breece Hall, so I would think not.
Well, they could see, hey, we got a flash guy here. Let's get him in here. Or would they take Arvell Reese? I mean, you know what they should take, but it's the Jets. They do nothing logically. And then the Cardinals have signed 2 running backs. Who's the other running back they signed today?
James Conner.
That was yesterday.
Tyler Algier.
Algier, okay. So they don't need one. So it sets up pretty good for the Titans. This is not – it will not go this way. Something always derails their plans. And I think this Love won't be there at 4. Somebody will do something. Trade up to take somebody at 3rd.
So one thing that's kind of started the day, Rashawn Gary was traded from the Packers to the Cowboys. So they get a little pass rush help there with Rashawn Gary for a 2027 4th-round pick. But it has been an active day of legal tampering in the National Football League. But the Titans' biggest signing to this point has been Wan'Dale Robinson, and we're a little over 2 hours, almost 3 hours into the legal tampering period. So, when you were talking about things that the Titans needed to do, that was
right
the big one.
Well, now you sit and wait. I mean, to see, I'm on board the Trubisky signing. I'm okay with that as a backup quarterback going forward. I mean, you're not asking to hopefully not play 14 games, but coming to move that offense if need be, and he knows the system and knows what to do. I mean, he's not the worst, right?
No, he's not. But I'm sorry. I'm trying to read through here and find out more stuff.
Sorry, buddy.
615-737-1025.
So there's a tweet that just surfaced online. Sleeper Titans comparing Wan'Dale Robinson to Alec Pierce. 4 years, $78 million for Robinson. 4 years, $114 million for Alec Pierce. Someone said Titans are playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was Pierce is staying with the Colts. That was a real drastic overpay, in my opinion. I like Pierce. He's a nice receiver, but
so what would you have paid him?
Not $30 million a year, probably 20, 24, 25.
Tomatoes, buddy.
That's fine.
As Joe says, it's not my money.
That's not right.
It's not mine either, but
no, let them overpay. That cuts them down the cap a little bit.
Right.
Let the Colts overpay all these guys.
But we liked Pierce.
Right.
I like Robinson, but we'll see.
I think because they went all in last year, the Colts did with that Sauce Gardner trade. Carly Ursay-Gordon is going even more all in on a lot of these players that probably should not be going all in on.
Well, let her do it.
So
13.
At that point, does that mean you're not playing against 3 teams in the AFC South? You just got to beat 2?
Well, and they traded Zaire Franklin this weekend. He's
gone.
gone.
Where'd he get traded to?
Packers, maybe?
Packers, yeah.
The Vikings or somebody.
Packers. I think it was
yeah.
Packers. So there has been movement. 7268 with Evans being a 49er now, is Juwan Jennings still in play for the Titans? I mean, I guess. Depends on how much money he wants.
I don't know. I mean, it's just him and Wan'Dale are both. That's the same kind of red zone threat. I mean, does
Juwan play the slot, or is he
for
more
the
outside?
most part? He does.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need 7, he gets you 8.
Yeah, I kind of feel like at that point you would have Juwan Jennings, Elikai Manor, and Wan'Dale Robinson that are kind of the same guy.
Right.
So
don't do it.
I think you're looking at more Dobbs.
I need to see more defense. Titans need to get more defense. That's
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, you need a pass rusher. Now, see, I'm more in the boat of sign a who's the other pass rusher? I'm blanking on his name. I'm in the boat of sign like a good, not necessarily elite pass rusher, and then draft the guy. Draft Bain or I mean, I still want Bain, but
counteract one in each.
Yeah. But I mean, like, here's the other thing: you can't just get one. Like, you still have to replace Arden Key. So you're replacing Arden Key, and you need to draft one that you can develop.
I don't know. There's so much out there, but you can't solve it all in one day. I mean, solve part of this. You got your receiver. Now getting you
Odafe Owe. That's who I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Like, you could probably get Odafe Owe. He had a 10-sack season. I think he's somebody that you could bring in. Phillips is already signed. Oh, I guess Owe did it. Owe signed with the Chargers. So I guess he's not out there.
How about this name? Cam Jordan.
What do you think?
How long is he with the Saints?
15 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there.
You're just looking for a guy that can be a supplemental piece on that defensive line.
Yeah, I want guys who can help me win the Super Bowl.
I think he can at a cheap price.
I don't know.
Because you start paying all these guys a lot of money. Guess what? You look at it and like, oh, I'm down to $7 million.
Tom Pelissero has the breakdown of Malik Willis's deal with the Dolphins: $67.5 million on 3 years.
Pretty good breakdown.
Well,
Nick reported that at noon.
I just had it. I just had the whole thing, and it went away. I hate this. I hate when that happens. Okay, hang on. Just a moment.
Tom Pelissero reporting Malik Willis to the Dolphins, 3 years, $67 million. Malik Willis has never started more than 3 games in a row in his career.
Yeah. On NFL Network, guaranteed $45 million.
Guaranteed.
Can you imagine a guy like Malik Willis? Good for him, but $45 million?
Yeah. $22.25 million signing bonus, fully guaranteed salaries of $1.25 million in 2026 and $21.5 million in 2027.
Wow.
So
living in Miami.
They've backloaded it.
Bow, 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 bow.
So that's interesting. All right, we will wrap up hour number 2 next.
Wrap
John
it up.
McClain at the top of the hour here on Chasing Big Joe live at Salvo's here in Mount Juliet, 102.5 The Game.
Watch your food, man. Believe it. Watch your food.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm great. How was your little boat trip? Cruise. How was your cruise? What's up, man?
Semi-glutide.
There are a lot of stuff y'all say I don't even like comprehend.
Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. We're at Salvo's here in Mount Juliet.
8 locations across Middle Tennessee. Salvo's is always here for good food. It's National Meatball Day, and we're here today, and the food is so good. Having a good time. We appreciate Ashley and the gang to bring us out here. SalvoPizza.com for everything that you need. And my goodness, their to-go business is off the hook here.
Oh, yeah. Our good friend Ricky has showed up, so he's hanging out with us.
He is the lead NFL insider for the Unathletic.
That is true. That is true.
Breaks stories. When other people break him, he takes credit.
He has reported that when a player signs a deal, that they will play exclusively for that team.
I mean, where else are you going to get that kind of information, right? Yeah, right? Like he's broke early. Like Malik Willis is a quarterback.
Yes, he reported that earlier.
I mean, that's what you're good to go. So anyway, all good times.
He reported that Tua Tagovailoa might be a quarterback.
Might be a quarterback. Hey, we got John McClain coming on too. The Texans have been quiet, right? I mean, they had the trade with David Montgomery last week, but other than that, they've
Montgomery Burns.
Yeah. That's all they've done.
I feel like what happens is like in the first hour, in the second hour, and in this one, it kind of slowed down and got quiet for a second, and then at the top of the hour, there's like bam, there's something.
I thought you were saying we get worse and worse as the hours go.
Well, we do. I mean,
which is very accurate. So the Jags have done nothing, right? They lost ETN to the Saints.
Correct.
So they've stayed quiet for a while. But that Jags didn't need a whole lot. I mean, that's a pretty good football team they got down there.
Yeah, I mean, they designated Travis Hunter's going to play majority of the snaps on defense. Running back's probably something they're probably going to go for the draft. Wide receiver, they got Brian Thomas Jr., unless he's somewhere now, unless he goes elsewhere. But
What are the Texans going to do if C.J. Stroud is as bad as he was in the playoff game, the last 2 playoff games in 20? They're done.
Get to know Davis Mills real well, buddy.
All right. My family used to get pictures done there at Davis Mills.
You talking about Opry Mills?
Olin Mills.
Oh, okay. We're just getting the different mills now, don't
We are. I've had a good meal here at Salvo's. I had spaghetti.
Delicious.
Pretty good.
The line was out the door. I mean, like 10 seconds ago.
It's crazy, man. Crazy. By the way, I'm being serious. What's Houston going to do? And they're like, oh, he's going to get better. I think it was D'Amico Ryans. They asked him about it and said he's going to, he had a bag. He'll get back and work. If he's bad, the Texans are done. I don't care how good that defense is. They're done.
They can't re-sign everybody. It's a big issue.
Well, would you like to have Will Anderson on your team?
Oh, he'd be awesome.
Oh, man. And that's, again, they traded up to get him, right?
Yep. But I do agree. Like, I think next year's draft is going to be pretty good. So
You don't know that.
I don't know that, but that's right now. It's
Would you rather have Reuben Bain right now and Jeremiah Love, or Jeremiah Love and who we can see next year?
what's in the mystery box? The box. Give me the box.
What was in your mystery box? Jordan Love?
It's a personal question.
Hey-o. Salvos. Did he get a Jordan Love jersey?
Yeah.
In
I did.
Vegas?
Yeah. I
The
did get a
mystery
Jordan-
box?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
a
it?
Jordan Love. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those.
I need to get it
Yeah.
framed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, the guy in front of us got, who did he get? Wasn't a Brady jersey? What? Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers signed jersey. That's kind of cool.
Packers
Yeah.
or Pittsburgh?
Steve.
No. It was I thought it was Aikman.
No, it was Rodgers. It was
Yeah.
Rodgers. The one
When
I
we
was
were
with you
there.
guys. Anyway,
Okay,
in
you were
Vegas,
right.
you put money. How much money you put in this machine? You put $200. It
And
gives you a mystery.
They gave us a free one.
They gave you a mystery. I would never, because of me, I'd come out with, I don't know, Mike Otto jersey,
Yeah.
$200. No, what are you shaking your hands for? No, I'm not getting Mike Otto. Mike
Mike
Allstott,
Allstott would be, yeah.
Mike Otto, former Titans backup
Michael
lineman.
Otto.
That's who I would get. Or
You would like
Yancey Thigpen jersey.
there was I did see like this guy does like a video series like an opening and there was a Ken Stabler Raiders jersey and I was like that would have been badass.
I would have taken Ken Stabler Raiders, Ken Stabler Oilers,
Yep.
or Ken Stabler Saints.
Wow.
Just Stabler.
Any one of those.
Yeah. Any of them.
But the silver and black, yes, sir.
Ooh, that's you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding, pal.
Coming up next, you know who else isn't kidding? John McClain. He's going
Yeah.
to join us coming up next from Houston. We'll get his thoughts on free agency and much more. The Dolphins are trading Minka Fitzpatrick to the Jets for a 7th-round pick. We will talk to John McClain coming up next. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
We can get you some pizza right there. It's good. That's what I might get that to go. You're luring clients away. I got you to look. I will. When is that? What's run? That whole 5K thing? I'll remember. Somebody said when Mike Evans goes into play, it goes his hamstring.
The more I look at that jersey, that's really
I just send you another one. Somebody just posted Wandale Robinson in the all white.
Oh, you saw me over here. I don't hate that. That's I know. Like I'm really, it's like I don't like. I like Let it. Me see the wager. I don't like it.
The white one?
I don't love it.
I just sent it to him.
Oh, you just
Yeah, it's with Wandale Robinson.
Oh, the edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
I mean,
I like that.
I like
that. I like that.
Yeah.
So what? DK just to give his number up?
Yeah. What number did Wandale wear in college? Is it 17?
17. I thought he was 1.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think he was 1. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Monday. He is Big Joe Dubin. Dr. Crane Nick Frazier is here. I am here. Brandon Bigsby is back at the studio. We're at Salvo's here in Mount Juliet. And we're watching about what other signings may come the way of the Titans. Wan'Dale Robinson is the big one so far, and we say hello now to John McClain down in Houston. And John, one, how are you? And two, been kind of quiet in Houston today.
Well, it's been a flurry over the last few days as they've re-signed players to extensions, and they'll end up signing offensive linemen, hopefully using 2 of their top 3 picks in the first 2 rounds on offensive linemen. And draft-wise, while everybody's focused on free agency today, nobody can sign till Wednesday till 3 o'clock, but everybody's agreeing Wednesday's almost going to be a letdown. The thing that I saw that most interested me about the Titans started with the Cardinals re-signing James Conner, their running back, and then signing Atlanta free agent Tyler Algier, which means they will not be taking the best running back in the draft, maybe the number 1 player overall in the draft, and that's Jeremiah Love of Notre Dame. And we talked last week about what a great running back, how it can transform your franchise. Titans saw it with Derrick Henry. He didn't pay off right away, but he certainly did after 2 years. The Oilers did it with Earl Campbell, who totally transformed the franchise. And I know they need pass rushers, but as I've told you guys, Robert Saleh can turn chicken, into chicken salad. And so they don't have to use the 4th overall pick on defense. They need to get Love and put Love. And I'll tell you what, if they don't, you will hear cheering from Houston, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because we had Jeff Fisher on last week and asked him specifically about taking a running back to go with the young quarterback. And obviously he talked about 1996, that when they took Eddie, that was the whole idea, was to look at the future, to take some pressure off of Steve McNair, who they had taken a year before. And ultimately it worked out. Then you referenced, some other times that the franchise has done it. I mean, look at Derrick Henry in the 2nd round a few years ago. So I'm for it. And all the cards are kind of, or the planets are aligning that he's probably going to be there at 4.
Unless somebody trades. Somebody could trade with Arizona thinking the Titans might get him. Maybe the Titans trade a pick to swap a spot to be guaranteed of getting him. Another thing to consider, Mike Begonzi, where did he come from? Kansas City. Have you ever seen Kansas City do anything big with a running back like that? Even before they got good with Mahomes. Priest Holmes was a great running back for them. He was a free agent, maybe the best free agent running back ever. And they had Christian Okoye, but they just, in the Andy Reid era, it's like they didn't value a running back. And it's because they picked low, but they didn't, as far as I can remember off the top of my head, target, but they were never bad enough to be 4th overall. And also, you didn't have a prospect like Jeremiah Love coming out who could help Cam Ward as a runner and as a receiver. And we talked about this last week. One of the most impressive things I've seen in all the combines I've watched was Love and his backup, Jadarius Price, asking if they could run routes with the receivers after they finished with the backs. That was impressive. And plus, I think, Chase, it was you that brought it up last week about, you move into a new stadium. You want to sell tickets. You want to sell suites. You don't want people just buy them and not show up. Yeah. And you got a star power like Steve McNair and Eddie George. And I'm not saying Cam Ward and Jeremiah Love will be Steve McNair and Eddie George, but you're giving yourself a chance, and people will be fired up. There's nothing like drafting a quarterback in the 1st round, and the higher you draft him, the more fired up media gets, the more fired up fans get, And then when you draft the best running back, and he's a guy who can also be a great receiver, you talk about getting fans and media even more fired up. It's can't miss.
By the way, John, like this is what happens when you come on with us. It's not a huge signing, but the Texans have signed former Bears defensive end Dominique Robinson to a 1-year deal up to $4 million. So they have made a move.
They usually sign a defensive linemen who are cheap. You know, they've still got to re-sign a couple. They've re-signed starting right tackle Sheldon Rankins, who played really well, 17 starts last year. And they also need to re-sign Tim Settle Jr. And so the defensive line of the Texans, to me, is the best coach position on the team. And it's not because of DeMille Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. It's what they do with the backups and what they do with their starting tackles. They take guys who bounced around other teams, come in here, get this coaching, this scheme, and they play really well.
John McClain is on with the Chase and McJoe show. John, the Tua news cutting him today and the $99 million dead cap hit. I mean, did you ever think in your wildest dreams you would see that kind of story?
No, of course not, Joe, but we're going to see more and more of that as teams make big mistakes, as the Cardinals have with Kyler Murray. I'd rather have Tua at 1.3 than I would Kyler Murray. Tua has led the league in yards. He's been to the playoffs 2 times. It's great for him to get a new zip code if he goes to Atlanta. You know, he'll be Michael Penix's backup, or he'll be starting while Penix gets healthy. He's got weapons there, and Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. You know, that offense, if it just gets any kind of above average play from the quarterback, they have a chance to be prolific. And then the competition in the NFC South, Tampa just took a blow when Mike Evans agreed to go to the 49ers on a 3-year deal.
John, the Malik Willis now going to replace Tua in Miami, 3 years, $67 million, $45 million guaranteed. For a guy that's never started more than 3 games in a row, I mean, obviously they see something there. Jeff Lafley saw him with Green Bay, but I mean, that's a lot of money for a quarterback who's unproven.
It is, but when he played for the Packers, he played really well. How much of that was Matt LaFleur and that system and that offense after the way he bombed out with the Titans? And they didn't have to overpay for him. So they've got him, and Hafley ought to know him well from seeing him in meetings and practice every day. Good opportunity for him. I don't think that team's going to be very good. But I'm not surprised they didn't keep Tua around. Tua's not a bad guy. Tua Tagovailoa is a good guy, but as long as he was there, it was always going to be about him. So they had to let him go, no matter where he signs, and I think it's a great deal for Malik Willis.
John, we're 4 hours into this. No movement on Trey Hendrickson. I mean, it's Titans fans love him to come here. I mean, he's a hefty price tag for all that, but it'll be interesting to see because he's good, but is he worth all that money at 32, 33 years old?
Boy, I would be very leery of giving a guy a lot of money at that age, especially a guy who was injured much of last year. You know, the Titans got money. I like the fact that the Raiders overpaid by far for Tyler Linderbaum. He just took the center pay to a new level with what he got from the Raiders. But they're going to have Fernando Mendoza, and they spent for him. I think they'll spend for another offensive lineman before they focus on it in the draft. They may sign that tackle from Green Bay. But I like it. If you've got money and you have a need, overpay for a player who has been consistently good, not some guy who's older coming off a bad to mediocre season. And I love what the teams that have money are doing. And the Titans have money. You know, fans and media want them to get out, start spending some. Wan'Dale Robinson is a good deal because Brian Daboll wanted. Tell you a very interesting thing. I was just looking before I came on. In 2024, Robinson had 93 catches. Last season, he had 92. But in 93, he had 699 yards. That's 7.5 per carry. But this year he had 1,014. That's 11. I guess a lot of it had to do with the quarterback. A lot of it had to do with what they were doing with the play calling and stuff. The Dayball's got to be excited to get him. If you had Wan'Dale Robinson and you get another lineman, and then you get Jeremiah Love, that offense is going to be so much better next season.
Oh, I totally agree. John, your thoughts on Trubisky coming here? Of course, him and Dable were together in Buffalo, but, I mean, that's a solid backup, right?
He's a backup. He's a really solid backup. He's been a starter. Remember when he came out of North Carolina, he had only started, I think, 13. He was one of those guys that history says shouldn't have been drafted that high because he didn't have a body of work. Just like Ty Simpson this year. People are leery. Only 13 and starts. And they go back to Anthony Richardson, 13 starts. And is it the player? Is it the system? But I think getting Trubisky in there, he's had to start. He's been in the playoffs. I think he is a terrific backup.
We will have more with John McClain coming up here in just a few minutes, and there might be a piece of news breaking. We'll check that during the break. John McClain with us. It's Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, and some signings are coming through as we continue with John McClain down in Houston. The Titans are signing John Franklin Myers to a 3-year, $63 million deal with $42 million guaranteed. That is according to Jordan Schultz of Yahoo Sports. He's put that out there. Also, Tremaine Edmonds, 3 years, $36 million to the Giants. So he is off the market. And then John Franklin Myers does reunite with Robert Saleh and comes to the Titans. John, what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, first of all, what it means to the draft.
Yeah.
Franklin Myers has, I think, 7 sacks last year, 7.5 the year before. He's versatile. He'll be 30 in September, but still, that means to me they're less likely to draft that pass rusher with the 4th pick, which means it would put them in better position to sign Jeremiah Love. And things that go on around them has something to do with it as well. But if I was a Titan fan right now, I'd be pumped because he can get the quarterback. He's not great, but he's good. He's an experienced veteran who can help the defense.
I think that Jeffrey Simmons likes it too, because right before it came out, he tweeted the eyes looking emoji, and I think that means he approves of that one. So I think those
two,
know
he does because he wants good players by him, but he also, like any defensive lineman, would like experienced players by him.
Arden Key will stay in the division. He goes to the Colts on a 2-year deal worth up to $20 million. So Arden Key leaves the Titans and goes to the Colts, according to Jordan Schultz. So the Titans have made the moves mainly on offense. Now they make a defensive move, and there's still a lot out there. But, the more I look at this, the more things start to point to what we've talked about over the course of the last few weeks, and that is Jeremiah Love at 4. What would that mean for Tony Pollard? Would you be open to keeping both of them, or do you just give the keys to Love and move on?
Well, I think I would keep both of them unless somebody offered me a trade deal. I mean, Pollard can't have much time left on his contract, does he?
He's got 2 years left, but they could get out this year with not a big dead cap hit.
Is Spears still the backup?
For now, but I could see.
Well, you got to have
him being gone.
The way it's gone now, people have used 2 backs a lot. That was a formula for the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. And I'm wondering what in the world is Seattle doing for a running back? Zach Sharp, and they blew out his knee in the playoffs, I think, or right at the end of the season. I think, and he's probably not going to be ready for the start of the season. You talk about a team that's desperate for a running back, it would seem to be Seattle. And based on what they've done with General Manager John Schneider through the years, they will probably find a way to solve that problem. And it won't be, of course, with Jeremiah Love. But, boy, I tell you, the way everybody's talking about Love up there in Nashville, if they don't take him, it's going to be a disappointment.
Absolutely. John McClain is on with us, the Chase and Big Joe show, live from Salvo's here in Mount Juliet. John, Travis Kelce announced he's coming back for his 14th season. Chase had a good point earlier. We think Travis Kelce was so upset how it ended last year, no Mahomes, the way they bounced out, that he wants to give it one more run. But, John, he's got to come back as a Travis Kelce from like 4 to 5 years ago, right? Not the last 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, well, he's not coming back to Travis Kelce 4 or 5 years ago. If he were, then other teams would have been interested. I saw one story, he took loyalty over money. Give me a bleeping break. How many people were going to offer Travis Kelce more than 1 year at $15 million?
Yeah, not even his wife.
Be the important thing for him because his fiance is worth a couple of billion.
Right.
And he makes a lot. He and his brother sold their podcast for over $100 million. He's going to make a lot more outside of football than he's made in football. And he played better last season than he did the year before. But, Joe, what you said about him not – that last season left a bad taste in his mouth, as it did all Chiefs fans. And what people are wondering now, will Patrick Mahomes be ready for the start of the season? I saw a report last week. It might have been from his agent. Yes, he'll be ready to go on day one. It's easy to say that in March. And truth is, nobody knows.
No, you're right about that, John. If the Chiefs decide to really go in free agency and all that, I mean, they're back in the top 3 or 4 teams. I would think if Mahomes comes back healthy, they add a few pieces, they'd have to be back in the top 4 or 5 teams, right?
Well, they might not even be in the top 2 in their division. They may be picked behind the Broncos and the Chargers, which a lot of people are doing now, because they've gotten older. They've had to make a lot of tough decisions. Trading McDuffie because you couldn't sign him is terrible. The guy's one of the top 3 or 4 corners in the NFL. You're not going to get a guy in the draft to replace him. So it's not a rebuild per se, but boy, they're not going to get the same respect going into this season as they have in recent seasons.
Real quick, Mike Garafolo is reporting the Titans have agreed to terms with cornerback Cordell Flott on a 3-year, $45 million deal, $32 million guaranteed. He's another Giants free agent that comes to Tennessee following Brian Daboll, but he will join Robert Saleh's defense. They needed corner help, John, and they seem to have found it there.
Yeah, boy, one of the biggest busts in franchise history has been Snead. Have they gotten rid of him yet?
Not yet, but I think they're waiting on some medical stuff that might be able to help them get out of that.
Yeah, well, that turned out to be a terrible deal from the previous regime. Hopefully this one will work out better. Brian Daboll's a very respected coach. He did it in New England. He did it when he was with Alabama and Saban. Then he did it with Buffalo. And that first year with the Giants, they made the playoffs. They won a game. He was coach of the year. And then it started going down. A lot of it had to do with their offensive line, with the quarterback. They just had a lot of issues. Daniel Jones couldn't stay healthy. And I think getting him was a terrific move. You guys know how much I respect Robert Saleh. I've just had some friends up there go, Robert Saleh, I said, well, that's what happens when you're a defensive coach and you were fired from your last job, even if it's prematurely. But there's a lot of people in the know around the NFL who really like what they've done with Saleh and Daboll.
John, what would you do with Calvin Ridley at this point? They can cut him. It'd be a $13 million dead cap hit, but they'd save about $13 million against the cap because it's 26.4 right now. He's making actual money about $20 million a year. So obviously you don't want to keep him on that with 2 years left on the deal. But would you go to him and try to restructure to see if he wanted to stay, or would you just flat out release him?
Usually if you try to restructure guys, they take it personally and they'd rather sign for that amount with another team than they would your team. But to me, when you have a quarterback like Ward going into the second year, you need to keep your weapons, even if he has been a big disappointment, because what's it going to take to replace him?
Did you ever notice because one thing I brought up earlier in the year is how hard Cam Ward throws. And I remember McNair was the same way. And Derek Mason has told us that was kind of an adjustment that he and other receivers had to make because Steve threw the ball so hard. Do you remember in like some of the early training camps with McNair of kind of seeing the receivers had to adjust to that? Because Ridley just couldn't hang on to the ball at all. And was it that he just wasn't paying attention, or he just wasn't used to the speed in which Cam Ward threw?
I think with McNair, when he first came in, everybody knew he had a really strong arm. In fact, we wanted to see it. It was not so much about the velocity, it was how far he could throw it. But the receivers did talk about how hard he threw the football, and he had to learn to control it. It's kind of like a pitcher, a great pitcher like Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Sandy Koufax. Those guys had great fastballs. But until they learned to take something off of it and work on accuracy so they could cut down on their walks and get more strikeouts, then they became great. That's the same thing that happened to Steve McNair. He was coached really well, and having Eddie George to be his weapon and his good friend to take pressure off of him, plus the great defense that Jeff and Greg Williams built, that helped McNair considerably. But they did a good job coaching him to get him to adjust to the NFL. And they were fortunate you could sign him to 7-year contracts back then. You can't do that anymore.
Holy cow. John, how's the World Baseball Classic in Houston? People
are going crazy tonight. Mexico versus the USA. The tickets being scalped are $138.
Woo.
The Astros opener is $68. And if Mexico wins this, Houston will be going on all night in celebration because we have like 2 million Hispanics down here, and they've gone crazy, all the Mexicans, because they've got the best team they've had in a while. And when they played 2 years ago, the U.S. beat them 11-5. Paul Skeens is starting, and the Mexican team has a lot of good hitters. They only have one pitcher, though, who's pitched in the majors. So the USA ought to beat them, or it'll be a huge upset.
Real quick, another signing. The Titans have agreed to terms with cornerback Alante Taylor,
Get
formerly of the Saints. 3 years, $60 million, $42 million guaranteed.
Bring him home.
So
If you
Alante
get it,
Taylor.
if you got it, spend it. I think everybody ought to like what Pagazi's doing right now, bringing in players to target weaknesses, and that's another position you won't have to address in the first round.
I dig it. It's really good.
John, appreciate the time as always. We will talk next week.
Guys, thank you very much as always.
Absolutely. We will recap. A lot happened during. So they signed 3 defensive players while we had John on. So they've addressed some big things on offense and now defense. And John Franklin Myers was somebody we all wanted. Alante Taylor. I don't know much about it, the guy they got from the Giants, but I guess he's good with what they paid him. So, but Alante Taylor.
New day, baby. New day.
It is a new day. We will recap all of that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Good Joe. Unity Psych.
Hey, guys, Big Joe here. Listen, we spend a lot of time on our show talking about mental health. We're going to continue to talk about mental health because it's so important to us. I tell you all the time, going to therapy saved my life. I want the same for you. But the biggest question is, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to go. I don't know anything about that. We have got you covered. Here's the website, unitycares.com. unitycares.com. Go to that website. Everything is there for you where you need to begin your journey to wellness. It's all laid out for you. And listen, I just ask you to go one time because it will change your life. unitycares.com has everything you need. Listen, it's private, it's secure, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. You don't even have to leave your house. Caring professionals, and they live and work right here in Middle Tennessee. And their main goal is to get you back on track and living the life you so deserve. We tell you all the time, you don't have to go through any of this alone. None of it. You don't have to go through this alone. There are people here that want to help you. Also, very important, if you're a loved one and you notice that your loved one is going through a few things, sit down, talk to them, and together get this done. unitycares.com, unitycares.com, laid out for you. Everything you need is right there. We tell you all the time how much we love you guys, and our world is a better place that you're here, because it is a better place because you were here. And get the journey to wellness to begin. unitycares.com. That's unitycares.com. Get all over you.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Monday. As the Titans have been busy.
The last 30 minutes, my goodness.
And, of course, as I was about to click on it, I closed it out. This is what we have so far to this point. Alontae Taylor, 3-year deal, $60 million coming to the Titans. He's coming home. He's from Coffee County, played at University of Tennessee. So he comes to the Titans. Cordell Flott, who was with the Giants, signs a 3-year, $45 million deal with the Titans. John Franklin Myers, a huge deal, 3 years, $63 million, according to Jordan Schultz, will join the Titans. He reunites with Robert Saleh. Wan'Dale Robinson reunites with Brian Daboll on a 4-year, $78 million deal, so he helps the receiver room. They also signed former Giants tight end Daniel Bellinger, and they have signed Mitch Trubisky to be the backup quarterback on a 2-year deal. So that is what they have done to this point.
Are they done? It's 100. Dr. Crane add the math here. Get the math.
Well, we don't know. I mean, we don't know about the cap hit. I mean,
yeah. Right now, I have all the guaranteed money added up, divided by 2.6 average.
So
years.
they had $99 million today. Is that roughly in that neighborhood?
Roughly in the ballpark. If you don't include the guaranteed money and just take the whole contract, their average for the next 3 to 4 years is $100.7 million.
Okay.
Did the math, including all the guaranteed money, just the guaranteed money, it says they've spent $80.7 million today.
Okay.
That's guaranteed money.
All right.
So if you were to look at the guaranteed money compared to the cap right now, they got a little bit to play with.
So you got two corners. You got Myers up front with Simmons.
I mean, some people call him a defensive end. Some call him a defensive tackle. I think he's more of an interior guy.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. Is he better than Sweat?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, there we go.
So you got that. You got a receiver. You got a backup quarterback. You got a tight end, which you needed. So, I mean, they're addressing everything that they need. Like, I mean, are both these guys the starting corners now?
They have to be.
Got to be.
I would think.
You're paying that much. You're paying a guy $15 million to sit on the pine?
Yeah, no.
You have to. And
who's the nickel?
I think it's Abe Lincoln. Well, all right.
Yeah, so they got to figure that out.
But they can do stuff with like Kevin Winston now. I mean, they could put him anywhere. To be honest with you, play around with it.
So the linebackers are Barton and then Gray.
As of right now,
they're okay, right? I mean, they're not. It's not Jack Lambert and Jack Ham. I mean, obviously, but they're serviceable.
But you surround them with guys that can be serviceable, and if they're serviceable in the middle, your defense will be decent.
Well, I was told by a good source that Borgonzi likes playmakers, right?
Yeah.
So you got Wan'Dale Robinson. I think you put Love in this mix. I'm still advocating to trade with Arizona, give them your next year's number one, and give me Reuben Bain and Love. I mean, you're talking about this football team is so much better right now than it was the last 2 seasons. Now they got to prove it on the football field, obviously, but I just like what they got, man.
I love this. So we haven't even mentioned. Remember, they traded for Jermaine Johnson, so he comes in as well. And thank you, Ricky, for quote tweeting me on this. It says, "Time to take my recruiter hat off. We went 1 for 1, chat." John Frank, because he was trying to get John Franklin Myers because they played together.
Okay.
So there you go. We'll see. It's gotta play out, obviously, but I mean, I don't think you can sit here and say this team hasn't gotten better today.
I'm 100% with you. Look, you needed a receiver. You got Wan'Dale Robinson. You needed a backup tight end who's really good at blocking. You got that. You needed cornerbacks, right? They couldn't stop anybody. Hell, you two guys could run a route against that team last year and get me a first down. So you got the 2 corners. You're good there. You got the big boy up front. I mean, you've added key pieces, which are crucial if you want to win football games.
2161 says, "Please don't ever play that horrid Tennessee Oilers song again."
Play it again,
Play it, Brando.
Let's go. Yeah.
It's so good. So bad.
Thank the Lord they only played
So
that
good.
for 1 season.
Ricky on our text line, Ricky says, please tell Joe we don't want Bain. Ricky, we like you and you text in a lot, but we disagree with most
Ricky, who do
things
you want
say.
instead? Receiver? Punter? Come on, Ricky, you're better than this. Give me somebody whose only job you say, look, I'm going to tell you one thing, rush the passer. Go, get in the game. That's all you're going to do. Put Bain's college football playoff, those 4 games in the playoff, put them on tape on a loop, and you'll see how good that guy is. Hell, John McClain even likes it. He don't like anything.
Yeah.
Except Paul Skeens.
Yeah. I just did the math. Titans currently have spent $178 million guaranteed money today.
Just remember, it's about having the building blocks to open the new stadium and having players who can be marketable as well.
Who said that?
I did.
Oh, you said that with such conviction. I thought you were reading that.
It's my script writers. We're trying some new material. My script writers.
That's the best thing you said. But you're right, man. You're exactly right. So Thursday night, Wan'Dale Robinson, Cam Ward,
Franklin Myers, Alontae Taylor, bring him home. Yeah, I can see that.
Bring those 4. Bring 5 out. Bring those 5 guys.
You know, it'd be kind of funny if you do the debut. Now you'll piss some people off, but you'll get a lot of people going. But if you do the debut and Taylor walks out and he's wearing his Tennessee jersey, and then he has the Titans jersey on underneath, takes it off.
I kind of like that.
For those of you over on Great Circle Road that are listening, I would just I don't know what I want, but we'll work it out.
Yeah,
for that idea.
Yep, and this solid
$20. I'll take $20.
Remember when Peyton came out at the Morgan Wallen concert in that full uniform?
Yeah,
I want to see Saleh come out in full uniform.
Not only did he come out in full uniform, no, it was the funniest thing because he legit was like, "I'm back, baby!" Like he had the helmet, that big ass helmet that he always wore,
old school face mask.
Mask. I mean, he had the jersey. Like he was in full uniform.
He's like, maybe tonight I could beat Florida.
Dustin in Hopkinsville says they could go in and add a lineman in the first 2 rounds, and I'm good after today's signings. For the first time in a long time, I'm excited to be a Titan fan.
Yes,
I do.
Tweet of the day. Thank you. Text of the day.
Kuharski, I want to ask you about that. I think Zeitler is probably still going to be the move. They'll bring him back and put him at right guard. I mean, it worked. Why not?
Right.
Let me read this tweet. How y'all doing? How
are we doing? That good.
What is that from?
It's from this lady I used to work, an older lady, very sweet older lady. She would always that way. She said, "How are we doing? We doing pretty good." She did it for years, man. So sweet. Rest in peace.
So Mike Herndon put out there available center options: Luke Fortner, Dylan Parham, Ethan Pochik, Corey Levin, Austin Schlottman.
You're just reading
Andre James. I think I'm reading out of a yearbook. And Kuharski said Jackson Slater is the pick. Would you try Slater at center?
Absolutely. I look. He had a great reputation.
Bring Zeitler back,
right?
Bring a veteran guard back and put Slater in the middle.
Somebody had said if Slater had played at a D1 school, not Sacramento State, he'd have been a first-round pick. That's how good he is. But at that level, because we got hoodwinked by Dylan Raditz, right? This guy's really good, and he came in. I mean, the guy couldn't even block you on Facebook. That's how bad Dylan Raditz was. So now let's see. Thank you. Let's see what I'm all about Slater, man. I think he's got the build and the body.
We know you love J.C. Slater. That's your guy.
J.C. Slater.
Or AC Slater.
AC, come on,
JC,
man.
AC Slater.
You set me up with a good joke earlier. No, that one falls fast.
I'm sorry. By the way, Rob says enough free agency talk. I need to know how old the bass player for Def Leppard turns today. Well, Rob, I got some good news for you. Because coming up next is what day is it in celebrity birthdays. We will never not do it.
Right.
Take that, consultants.
There you go.
That's all I had. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. 1025 the game here on this Monday. I want to thank Salvos here in Mount Juliet for having us here today. We've had a blast. They got 8 locations, right, Joe?
8 locations all across Middle Tennessee, including one right here in Mount Juliet, 12800 Lebanon Road. The food, the pizza, everything's good. The takeout business is fantastic. SalvoPizza.com. Today's National Meatball Day. Take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Salvo Pizza.
Celebrating Dr.
And your nickname in high school was Meatball.
Meatball, yeah. Pass it to Meatball. That was me.
Well, meatballs.
I like it a lot.
Meatballs are a favorite, and this guy was a favorite here. Marcus Mariota re-signing with the Commanders, 1 year, $7 million. He can make up to $11 million with incentives, but he's had a nice little run as the backup there.
Bounce passes to the receivers.
So he will go there, and we'll need some hand warmers. But anyway, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
Okay, first on the list.
That's you.
Sorry, yeah, just a little odd not being my board doing this. Okay, first on the list, Amerigo Vespucci Day.
Yeah.
We all know Amerigo,
Nice.
former Italian. There we go.
Former, aren't you always Italian?
Well, he is an Italian. I'm saying he's now deceased, but
Oh, he's out at seas?
he's deceased.
Oh, okay.
He's dead. Yes. Next one is Bang Clang Day. So
Pardon you?
Bang Clang Day. It
Okay.
is basically talking about the first naval ironclad ships that
Sure
went
it
back
is.
and forth for naval warfare.
Okay.
So Bang Clang Day is that. Barbie Day. So there's that.
Nice.
Commonwealth Day. There you go.
Is that for Kentucky and Massachusetts?
No, it's for all the people that were involved with the states in the UK that were involved with that. the
Oh, okay.
Commonwealth, Yeah. False Teeth Day is today. Fill Your Staplers Day. Might be able to do it with Bang Clang because the whole metal thing. Let's see. Get Over It Day is today.
God, I need to do that.
I need to do that too, actually.
Joe Franklin Day is today. Not sure who Joe Franklin
Alderman?
is. I guess so.
That's
yeah. The Joe Franklin Show. Yes. There you
Joe
go.
Franklin sounds like an alderman.
Yeah.
An alderman.
National Crab Meat Day is today, and then next is National Meatball Day. We all know National Meatball Day. We celebrate that all day.
Right.
National Workplace Napping Day, and to wrap it up, Panic Day. So
That's
Nice.
all together. I
Some
need to
people
get
do
over it. I panic.
All right.
Some things. Yeah.
2 things. Is it Dr. Crane and I today? Is that how we're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. Caller number 3 at 615-737-1025 will win a pair of tickets to see Nashville SC and Inter Miami Wednesday night at Geodis Park. Kick time of 6:30. You can go see Leo Messi and see one of the best teams in MLS right now. Nashville SC has a winning record at home against Miami, according to our soccer ombudsman, Dr. Crane. And the boys and girls, the boys in gold are unbeaten at home all time in the Champions Cup. So
What caller number?
CONCACAF coming up. Caller number 3.
Oh, wow.
magic
Okay.
number.
It's pretty good.
It's a hot ticket.
It is a hot ticket. I'm going to call in real quick.
So 615-737-1025. And, this tweet from John McClain sent me real quick. Connor Hughes said that Cordell Flott was set to return to the Giants. And then a last-second attempt to get him to change his mind. The Titans put forth their entire plan for how Robert Saleh planned to use him and what they believed, and he ultimately went with the Titans.
I'm telling you, Saleh is the answer, my guys. It's the one. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Got to get these within 2. Our first birthday, Dr. Crane, you go first since you're next to me. Former golfer Andy North.
Andy North is 54.
I'm going to say 78.
76. Chase gave him with
Wow.
1. Chase, how
He's
old
on
is
ESPN, right?
he? Is. How old is former IndyCar driver Danny Sullivan? Was also in a terrible episode of Miami Vice.
65.
62.
76. Dr. Crane, former Michigan State football coach Mark D'Antonio.
Mark D'Antonio.
D'Antonio.
69.
71.
70. That's a push. Chaser, former baseball player Terry Mulholland.
Was he a Red? No.
No.
Terry Mahal. I don't know. 62.
Philadelphia Philly will go 73.
63. Chase up 2-0. Dr. Crane, Benito Santiago, former catcher, used to throw people out from his knees. Bad dude.
There are a lot of other catchers that do that too.
But he was the first.
Yeah, it's true. 62.
I'm going to say 64.
61. Dr. Crane's on the board, 2-1. Chase, please get this right for me or one of you two boneheads. How old is the Boz today? Brian Bosworth.
60.
64.
61. Chase, you're close.
Ooh.
Chase up 3-1. Dr. Crane, how old is Suga from BTS?
63.
51.
33.
Oh, 33.
Guys, we're up on your pop culture.
Yeah, we are.
All right, Chase, we'll go now for the lightning round. How old is former
DMC here on?
How old is former Good Morning America anchor Charlie Gibson?
74.
77.
83. Dr. Crane, how old is singer Jeffrey Osborne? On the wings of love, up above the clouds, the only way to fly.
Nice.
77.
80.
78. It's 3-2. Chase McCabe, how old is actress Linda Fiorantonio? She was in Men in Black and another movie about wrestling in the mid-'80s.
61.
60.
68. Dr. Crane, how old is drummer Shannon Leto of 30 Seconds to Mars? That's Jared's brother, I think.
44.
54.
56. Chaser's up 4-2. Now, is Webster still alive? Today's Webster's birthday. Dr. Crane, how old is Webster? Who, by the way, you are taller than.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. Webster is 58.
85.
He wasn't in Wizard of Oz, Jay. He's 55.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, Doctor.
We got to roll.
All right, one more. Chase, how does rapper Chingy?
41.
72.
46. Dr. Crane, rapper Bow Wow.
50.
38.
39. Chase wins 5-2.
Wonderful.
There you go. Thank you to Salvo's and Mount Juliet for having us here today.
Yeah, salvopizza.com for more. Listen to our guys out there. We said earlier, man, I need you to go to therapy. I need you here. I'm tired of losing friends. I want you here. Our world's a better place because you're here. Your journey is your journey. Nobody can take your place. Know how much that we love you, and please know how much, more than anything, God loves you.
Amen to that. DVD with full reaction to the Titans free agency coming your way next on 102.5 The Game.